welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. I am your host, Danique. Along with me, we have Shannon McFate, a very new face to the Voice of the Coast. However, we're going to be talking about the Brown House, and we've talked about the Brown House once before. She is an archivist as well as a historian with the Brown House in Berwick. Now, of course, many of you are probably like me, why is it called the Brown House? And of course, my first mind goes to, is it the color brown?
No.
Why is it the Brown House?
It's actually a family history. The house was built in 1893 by Gustav Ferguson for his daughter Teresia when she got married to George Brown. So it's a family name. It's not the color of the house.
Okay. I always wanted to know that. And just curious, is it going to remain the Brown House, or will there be an official name of, because it's really like a museum?
It is. We're actually in the process of changing it and trying to get everybody used to calling it the Berwick Heritage Museum.
Gotcha.
And we've got paperwork, exhibits, artifacts from 1800 to present day.
That is pretty cool. But there's also another piece of information about the Brown House that I just actually learned, in that the present site of the Brown House was not the original site.
No, it was actually located on 2nd Street facing the river. And when the new bridge decided to be built, they had to move it to where it's presently location on 3rd Street in Berwick.
Yeah. Now, I can tell you love history. You're just so very calm and collected when you're kind of spewing this information. While we love history, that's great, but there's actually something a little bit more exciting to talk about when it comes to the Brown House. And I like to compare it to the Elf on the Shelf.
Yes.
This is called Skeletons on the Yard. And we actually see the picture right now. So there are several skeletons that are on the property at the Brown House, and they're doing different things. Right now, they're dancing. Yes.
They're ballroom dancing.
Yes. So tell me where that idea came from.
Actually, my daughter gave me the idea a few years ago. She started sending me pictures of all these skeletons doing weird, funny things. And I talked to Dale Fungi, our president, a few weeks ago. I said, can we please decorate for Halloween? And then it blew up.
Yes.
And we've been going.
Now, it started the night of the homecoming football game in Berwick. And since then, you call them, I've got my very first pointers, which are people who are pointing and looking and driving by slowly. So I think it's kind of picking up. Is that right?
Yes, yes. When at 3 o'clock I have to sit at the corner and wait for my son. So I get to see all the parents walking by to go get their children or taking their children to school. Yesterday I saw somebody pull in and turn around and drive real slow with her couple of children in her car. So it was nice to see that we're getting noticed.
Yes, and hopefully that foot traffic or vehicle traffic will convert to actually coming inside the building to learn more about Berwick.
And that's our goal. If you go in, you'll see that the walls will talk. There's the story of Berwick, how it got started in the late 1700s by Thomas Berwick, and it's all printed on the walls for you to read. Unfortunately, it doesn't go to present time yet.
Okay.
Right now, we go up to 1933 with the opening of the Long Island Bridge, or as we call the Old Bridge.
Yes. I tell you, you're just so poised. I can tell, you called yourself an electronic history junkie, because you are converting a lot of those artifacts and documents, right? And you're putting it into electronic form. Is that right?
Yes. It's been a 4-year process, and we're probably, I want to say maybe 75% done. We just opened up 21 binders. They're 2-inch binders, and they've got legal and regular size documentation in there. And it's unbelievable, some of the stuff we found.
Yes. Well, I'm so far intrigued, and I would love to just drive by. Can I take a picture with the
Absolutely.
Right, I think that's what it's for, right?
Yes.
To kind of get involved and get into it. But there's other activities that are coming up, and we're going to take a short break. But come on back right here on The Voice of the Coast with yours truly. welcome back to the Voice of the Coast, and my guest, Shannon McFate, who's the archivist and historian with the Brown House. Now, I know you heard it, McFate. Anytime I have someone on the show whose last name, because look, y'all told me when I got here, who your people? So I have to ask Miss Shannon McFate, who your people? How did you get to Berwick?
My grandparents actually settled here in the early 1940s, and they were Thompsons. My mother grew up here. I actually grew up overseas, and we finally settled in West Louisiana. And from there, I went into the service, and I met my husband, and he's from Atlanta, Georgia. Well, small town outside of Atlanta, Georgia.
Right. And so you've made this your home. Now,
Yes.
have you always been a historian, or is this something new for you?
Actually, getting into the weeds is something new to me, but we've toured, my family and I had toured so much overseas that history is fun and exciting. And working in genealogy, and I tell Jackie this all the time, I say, you know, we're nothing but a blip in time.
Come on.
If you think about it and you're looking at these charts, that's all we are.
Yes, that is definitely true, and that's one way to really look at life. And you have made your home here, but you've really put your hand and your print on Berwick, excuse me. And you are at the Brown House Monday,
Yes.
Wednesday, and Saturday from 10 to 3.
Yes.
Of course, they are open to the public again, 10 to 3, Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturday, or by appointment. Can you give us the number to call?
Yes, 985-498-0264, and this is my cell phone number.
Now, of course, we want folks to come on by, take some pictures, and I think I might do that maybe today. I'm going to probably pass by. I'm going to take some pictures with the skeletons on the yard. We're calling them that because there's elf on the shelf and we've got skeletons on the yard. And how often do you change their position?
We're going to try for every 4 days.
Okay. All right.
Through the month of October.
So bring the kids, bring the family. And you know what? Folks are always taking like family portraits. Or, you know, they like, you know, if you like something funny, right? Why not go over there to the Brown House? But in the meantime, while you're there, go inside, check out the history of Berwick. And again, we're calling it the Brown House, but eventually that name will likely change to the Berwick Historical Museum. But it is the Brown House, and for the longest time I thought it was because of the color, but it indeed is about the first people who lived in that home, built the home.
The original house was actually red.
Red?
Yes.
Come on.
Stark
Do you have a
red.
picture?
I do not.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. A red house. So, of course, we have trick-or-treating, which is also coming up in the month of
Yes.
October, and you guys are hosting an event.
Yes, we are. The Lighthouse Food Court is going to be trick-or-treating on October 27th. We are also going to be trick-or-treating during that time, and I believe Berwick Police Department will also.
So you're making it a really big affair. That's
Yes.
good. And then, of course, let's go into November. We won't go too much farther than November. There's something else.
Yes, the Lighthouse Festival. We will be open the 4th through the 6th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and we will be having coffee and donuts on the lawn, and it's free to the public. And we hope that you guys come and see us.
And kind of tell us the landscape. You know, how far is it from? Because you're right there on the river, pretty much.
Yeah, we're about 2 blocks from the river.
Okay.
If you go through to City Hall on 3rd Street, we're kind of catty corner from them. Same street, just a little bit further down.
So is that going to be the route for trick-or-treaters?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I believe they're going to start at the food court and move toward the highway.
Yeah, and that'll be very good for the kids. Also tire them out. So once they get the candy, eat a little
Absolutely.
candy, and it's time to go to bed after that.
No, it's a sugar high.
Well, I mean, the walking. Well, you're right. I was a kid. Yeah. Yep. You're going to be up for a while.
Oh, yes.
Take a warm bath. Maybe take a warm bath after
Yes.
that. Well, thank you so much, and this was a pleasure. And look, don't be a stranger. Come on back. Let us know anytime that there are events at the Brown House, which hopefully maybe the time you come back it might be a name change for it. So again, Shannon McFate, I am your host, Danica Foley Long, and we will definitely see you guys again. But make sure to subscribe to us on Facebook. We are KWBJ TV 22, and also check us out on YouTube, and that is KWBJ Live. Thank you guys so much. Take care.